This is the old solitary confinement cell, but when Bennett prohibited such dastardly methods, it became a sort of storage room, until us patients managed to take it over. Impossible. That psycho Kurgan left the key in the lock on the other side. We're all up there, the insane crowd and the crew that takes care of us. Great idea, so we can all remember who everyone is, because around here, every Tom, Dick, and Harry could be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The epitome of the over-friendly shrink. Hypocrite. Man, is she insistent when it comes to me taking my medication. The dude has some majorly overgrown sideburns. So many extra letters, and then you just pronounce it Brownstein. They snapped this photo right when he had that nervous tick in his eye. That psycho, he's really gotten me into a huge mess. AKA Dr. Reset, for reasons which defy anyone's memory.
That can't be. How am I gonna get you out of there? This is insane. Get me out of this tomb, say nothing to anyone. Be careful, murderer's waiting at exit. Battery low, come quick, banana. Banana? I don't know what went down in Hawaii, or what they did to you in that psychiatric ward. I don't know why you escaped, or why you faked your own death. I don't know how you got down there. I don't even know whether you're the Brian I know. All I want is for everything to go back to normal. That's all right, though. I won't ask for help, I won't call the cops, and I won't leave the cemetery. But I will get you out of there. You win, Brian. We'll play it your way. Could you tell me anything more about Chapman's death?
He had been fishing that day, but we know he returned here in mid-afternoon because he received a telephone call at 6:15 p.m.
Is anything known about that call Chapman received the afternoon he died?
I haven't figured it out yet, but what is clear is that the call was cut off. In fact, the line was cut off for a few days, and they came to repair it during the investigation.
Now that you mention it, who investigated the case?
In the beginning, the county sheriff, but then the military and the FBI took over and sent him home. Since the contact who gave me the keys to this place belongs to the FBI, I know the investigation was a mess, almost non-existent.
Why was the investigation so sloppy?
Kordsmeyer's death and Brian's trial had already stirred up too much of a fuss. Since Chapman's demise seemed like a clear case of suicide, with a gunshot to the temple and his own gun in his hand and no other signs of violence, the feds and army came in, they took a few fingerprints, a couple photos, rummaged through some drawers, and case closed.
How am I going to do this? I've got to get Kordsmeyer and Tarantula arrested. But as soon as that happens, then Trantonite will probably get taken away. I'm not sure how I'll set things up, but within an hour the Colonel and his mercenary will be behind bars. And my Trantonite will be in a place where nobody can find it but me. According to Alpha, she'll wake up more or less when the mind control device disintegrates. Not only do I find her repulsive, but with all this rage pent up in Kordsmeyer's body, all I feel like doing is popping her one. She's finally here, right in front of me. I can't believe everything I had to go through to get her back. No. Alpha says she's in such a sleepy state that she won't wake up until about an hour after getting off the ship.
Thanks for the plan. Enjoy your stay, idiot.
Kurgan!
Allow me to explain the situation to you, Judge. You will write up a report declaring Brian Vasco guilty, based on the evidence found by Dr. Bennett.
That evidence doesn't exist.
It does. The recordings from the hypnotherapy sessions, Chapman's email.
Both prove he's innocent.
They'll never know. Tonight, Gina Timmons will force open the door of this house and she'll destroy all the evidence.
You'll never get that report, even if you threaten to kill me.
You're already dead. After destroying the evidence, Gina will shoot you 5 times, point blank. After that, she'll take the gun, put it in her own mouth, and...
Have you no scruples? You planned it all out?
Not everything. My dilemma, dear Judge, is whether to order 2 coffins or 3. Start writing.
Hi, Miss Palm.
Your medication.
More pills? I had my meds today, don't you remember?
You choose.
Okay.
Swallow. Good boy, Bosco. And keep an eye on your stuff. I saw Kurgan suspiciously fumbling around with your pillow. I bet he stole your hidden candy.
Really?
Tell me about Brian.
About Basco? How do I know? Took him a long time to get used to Happy Dale. At first he was horrified. But, not everybody's cut out for living in the nut house. It's like this. The worst part is that swine Kurgan made life real hard on him. He does that with all the rookies. But Basco stood up to him. I liked the guy. I said, we're like kindred spirits. Banana! And he was. No one can steal keys or trick an orderly or fool a nurse like he can. And at night, even though he was hard to convince, that kid had a natural-born talent for poker. And he hardly even paid attention. He'd spend the whole day thinking about his next hypnotherapy session with Dr. Bennett. I'm innocent and I'm sane, he'd always say. Soon I'll be free and get back to Gina again. 2 days ago, it was Monday. On Monday, he went totally berserk from the therapy.
And we will prove that last April 30th on Mile Island, Colonel Kortzmeyer was murdered by Brian Basco in cold blood. The defense will attempt to confuse you with trickery and lies. For the last time, Mr. Basco, tell us what you remember. Oh, yes. Amnesia. If you think you'll get off by pretending to be insane, then you've really lost your mind.
Wasabi. No, the broad's still inside, and I'm starting to get knackered. We're on it. Yo, Fatzilla, bad news, dude. Seems we can't go in. We have to wait for her here, then follow her. You have such a way with words.
And given the doubts created by the defendant's mental health, he will be admitted into Happy Dale Psychiatric Hospital, where Dr. Bennett will determine whether his supposed insanity has any basis in reality. I'm postponing this trial until then.
No!
I'm shocked. I'm terribly saddened to hear this. The doctor he was a very close friend, so all we can do for him now, and especially for Brian, is watch this. I owe you my life, and especially my daughter's. Consider yourself a free man, Mr. Basco. Tomorrow I'll make it official. Now, there's a lot of work to be done. The police are on their way.
Ernie? You're still here?
Gina Basco. How's it going, kid?
Great, fine. I mean, actually terrible. I'm distraught. Thanks for attending the funeral.
Oh, well, I was Basco's favorite orderly, and he was my favorite nut job. How could I miss his funeral? What's more, Happy Dale didn't send anyone to it. But of course, with everything that's going on down there, that place is like crazy. Hey, Gina, I got a joke for you. You ain't nothing but a mad dog.
I'd love to know how you met.
Well, it wasn't the best time, but I noticed her during the funeral. Then, when she started trimming some hedges, I went over and showed her my Harley, and we ended up making a date for the bowling alley.
You just drive her crazy. She wants to jump your bones.
And Ernie here wants to jump hers, babe. Don't get me wrong, you're a hottie too, but she is blonde, of course.
Wait! You're the gal from that crazy guy's funeral. Is that where I saw you before?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, but don't come crying to Luann. I'm busier than a bee in a beehive. Gotta run. See ya.
Wow, you are so insensitive.
Oh, all right, sorry. My sincerest condolences and all that. Thing about this job is that you just get sick of all them weepy widows always crying at you. Anything else?
What's got you so busy, Luann?
Well, this here, can't you see? I've got to get these coffins together before the Tombs for Everyone charity benefit. But the instruction manual's in gibberish and I can't understand a word. But if anyone can get this done, I can.
Why can't I get you to trust me?
'Cause you're a shrink.
And what's that have to do with
When my friend Chapman died, I'm the one who found his body. I'm the one who informed the army and the feds. I told them Chapman would never have committed suicide. But did they listen to me? No. They took me off the case. They'd take care of it, but did they investigate? No. They treated Chapman like garbage. Just like the filth you sweep under the carpet. Shame on you.
I swear I have nothing at all to do with any of that.
And 2 days ago, the FBI calls me and says a guy will be coming to investigate Chapman's death. Do they reopen the case? No. We've got to keep it under wraps for now. I get all excited. I tell myself now they're finally going to investigate it right. I convince myself my friend's reputation will be cleared. But what do? Nothing! They send me a psychiatrist. A lousy shrink!
Sheriff, you don't understand.
No, you don't understand. You came here to tell me my friend killed himself because he was depressed or crazy or some other kind of junk. And you want me to cooperate? No.
My deepest thanks for allowing me to enter your humble abode. Encyclopedias, life insurance? Do you believe in life everlasting? Is your furniture from IKEA? By the way, allow me to introduce myself. Jonah Johnson, unemployed actor and acting waiter. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Brian Basco.
My mistake. No pleasure at all. How can I help you, my friend?
The way you talk reminds me of someone.
It's my job. Comes with the territory. Since Script Planet is a movie-themed restaurant, we waiters are all undiscovered actors who wait on tables while imitating known actors. This week I've been assigned a role as a Marxist actor of the Grouchian subset. It's much easier than being myself, especially with all the available documentation.
Are you alone?
Are you coming on to me, sir? A little respect. I'm a youth. I'm a little lost lamb. And if you're on the lamb, you ought to leave me alone. Get out of here. The restaurant's closed, and I'm by myself. I have to wait for the drunkard at table 23 to wake up before I can go home.
Chuck Berry! Elvis Presley!
Dude, yo, you ain't got a clue.
So, just like Chuck Berry then.
You listen up, Fatso. The day will come when you eat your words and you say Chuck Berry is the king.
Not in this lifetime. The king of rock and roll is Elvis. End of subject. Fix that radiator and scram, Buster.
Freaking coward.
I caught you red-handed. This is your opinion, isn't it, punk?
That's not mine.
Come over here. Erase that with your tongue.
Chuck is the real... I never.
All right. I'll give you 1 minute to change your mind.
No.
Signorina Tarantula, it is always a pleasure to do the business with you. Always to the point. I'll give you the Trentonite to the Sandretti brothers pronto. Enjoy the 10 milioni dollari.
Is it true you were the first contortionist mime in the whole world?
So they say. Apparently, people like my performances quite a bit, especially the one with the imaginary box.
What did that imaginary box routine look like?
I would appear on stage, climb inside an imaginary box, and after a few minutes of applause, I'd climb back out.
Hey, what's up with that rope on your pants?
I look completely ridiculous compared to the way I look with suspenders, don't I?
Sure do.
Thing is, when mine came loose yesterday, Miss Palmer almost lost an eye. But luckily, she didn't.
Yeah, talk about luck.
Well, yes! Though Miss Palmer then had the brilliant idea of burning them.
What?
With a cigarette lighter.
She burned your suspenders? But they were your prized possession. What a spiteful old hag.
Hello, dear.
Hello?
Up here, on the roof.
Do I know you?
Well, of course not, dear. I'm Agatha Saffron von Rubenstein, PhD in parapsychology and poltergeistian phenomena from the University of Virginia, member of the North American Parapsychological Association, and also I'm a medium. 'Cause I like it.
Nice to meet you. I'm Gina Timmons.
It's amazing, my dear, how much pain is in your aura. Come inside. I'll help you stop your suffering. Hurry, I'll be right down.
Marine Zachariah O'Connor at your orders. My colonel, my sir, my... Semper Fi, sir.
Oh, how nice.
I'm here, my sir, colonel.
I would have never guessed.
Dang it, sir. I mean, I'm not there anymore, my colonel.
Unbelievable. And where is there?
There, sir, my colonel. Where their mission is.
Look, soldier, let's get things straight. I would like a report on this cigar-related mission.
Sir, I'm an elite, I can't write.
Then report to me orally.
Wait, is that where the suppositories go?
Oral means by speaking.
Sir, yes, sir. The helicopter performed the Havana cigar drop far away, at the wrong coordinates on the island. Colonel, they were in the middle of the jungle, so I headed there. More scared than embarrassed, sir.
Why were you afraid to go into the jungle?
Monkeys, sir! Those sneaky monkeys that tried to steal my cap and threw coconuts at me!
Couldn't you defend yourself from the monkeys?
Yes, sir! I glued my cap to my scalp using the regulation glue, my colonel. The bad thing is that the monkeys didn't have your cigars, sir!
What do you think? Can you see anything?
Effectively, gentlemen. The spider that was inside the envelope was an actual Madagascar queen spider. I don't need to tell either of you just how far away Madagascar is from here.
And that the spider couldn't crawl here on its own.
Effectively.
Poisonous?
But not deadly. Its venom paralyzes the victim for hours and is then slowly metabolized by the body without leaving a trace behind.
That means that Chapman was paralyzed when he died.
Fox Mulder.
Cool, dude. Just like the guy in that new series about cops and Martians. So, what's up?
You like television, don't you?
Yeah, but since yesterday they've switched the programming on all the stations, and there's a bunch of things in the ads that seem like they're from another planet.
Actually, The X-Files is my biography.
Well, you're not gonna make much money. I know lots about TV, and that show won't last one season.
You look nervous.
Of course I do. In 5 minutes is the last episode of Barbara's Crest, and as soon as it's over, I have to rush my butt over to the university to take my Pharmacology 3 exam. It's like the most important day of my life on 2 totally different fronts.
Seems like pretty nice weather out, doesn't it?
Pretty nice weather? Pretty nice? Dimwit! How on God's green earth can you make such an outlandish claim? As the highest-ranking board member of the Happydale Inmate Syndicate 407, I can do nothing other than express my utter repulsion with this disgusting
Right in the middle of one of his delusional labor union attacks? I'll wait for him to get it out of his system.
And I shall repeat that gift for you, pal, if ever you try to prance into my office again without an appointment. By the way, do me a favor and call me by my nom de plume, Mr. Tom Finnegan, scriptwriter.
Scriptwriter? Have you written the script of any real movies?
Too many, pal. So many I don't have any ideas left in my head.
You're out of ideas? Hey, I have tons of them.
Oh, no. Here we go. Why is it everyone thinks we scriptwriters will be interested in other people's ideas?
'Cause you don't have any of your own?
Pal, your reasoning is flawless. Let your imagination flow, pal.
Why do you have that depressing sign hanging from your neck?
So that ball breakers like you without an appointment will look at it as I prepare to smack them across the kisser.
I want to go up to the penthouse in the building behind me without having to go through the main entrance.
That doesn't seem, easy. Coming up to the roof area of my building is much simpler. Right next to me here happens to be one of those elevators that window washers use. Sometimes I go up on the roof to check out the view and the huge golden chicken that Golden Chicken Incorporated, owner of this property, has installed up there.
Who are you? And why is you calling from Sad Belly's phone number?
Huh?
Dagnabbit. What was Sad Belly's real name again? Cappy? Chapo? Chapman. That's it. You a cop?
No, I'm his niece.
Niece? The dumb one?
The smart one.
Well, well, well. The dumb one sure was pretty. I'm Barry from the gas station at mile marker 3. What can I do for you, miss?
Did you call Chapman, my Uncle Jerome, the evening of his death?
Sure did. Some guys came into the station. I filled up their tanks, and they asked about your Uncle Jerome's cabin, so I showed them the way.
You're an antiquated old chauvinist pervert.
And you're a horny little honeysuckle, right? Oh no, I forgot you're the smart one.